Okay, today we'll be looking at Personality, Ethics, and Leadership in Education by Michael Howell, EDU 401, January 23rd, 2026, and as well as looking at my personal personality test. So, my personality type overview. So, my personality type is an ESFJ. So, I'm extroverted, sensing, feeling, judging. Slight preference for extroversion. I'm energized by collaboration and discussion. I love being in groups. I think that really just gives me a lot of energy. Moderate preference for sensing, grounded in real experiences and practical details. Slight preference for feeling, decisions influenced by values and relationships. And minimal preference for judging, flexible, open to adapting plans when needed. So I am very flexible, especially when it comes to groups. I'm really adaptable. I do like to just find the best way to get something done, whether that be adapting to a different method. I'm just overall very open to that. Leadership traits that emerge. So a strong focus on people, relationships, and community needs. Natural tendencies to support, organize, and bring groups together. Values fairness, consistency, and clear expectations. I really love when there's just clear expectations and when it's very fair and when I know exactly what needs to get done. Leadership style leans towards approachable, dependable, and team-oriented. I love being a part of a team. I think it's just really a lot easier to get things done when I am a part of a team, and most effective in environments where communications and trust matter. I think especially being a part of a team or any job where you're working together with people, I think communication is just so important, because I think when you can communicate effectively what you like, what you don't like, what you need to work on, I think things can just get solved so much more efficiently. So communication is definitely one of the leadership traits that emerged from me. Ethical leadership in complex situations. So ethical decisions are guided by care, empathy, and impact on others, likely to prioritize student well-being and self-morale, comfortable making decisions that protect relationships and promote inclusion, and tends to seek consciousness before acting in difficult situations. So I definitely, when I am in difficult situations, I like to kind of ask around, especially when in complex situations. Decision makings that promote relationships and promote inclusion. I definitely like when everybody is involved. I think when everybody in the team is involved and gives their input, it just really makes things run a lot smoother. So responding to a wicked problem. So ESFJ traits would push me to listen closely to students, families, and teachers. I would focus on practical solutions rather than abstract policy debates. Strength, building trust and buy-in across the school community. And challenge would be balancing empathy with the need for tough systematic decisions. So I think definitely when you're trying to make important decisions, it's definitely a little hard to balance that empathy side of everything. But being an ESFJ personality, I would definitely like to listen to students, families, and teachers. Really, just like I mentioned earlier, communicate and find out what is going on. Alignment with Battery's ethical leadership. So I have a strong alignment with the moral scope concerns for fairness and responsibility. Emphasis on sustainability through stable relationships and long-term trust. And values community well-being, not just short-term outcomes. So I really value when it's community, like everyone involved, everyone is content and happy rather than just short-term outcomes. And as well as ethical leadership rooted in care and responsibility to others. So definitely making sure, like I mentioned earlier, everyone is taken care of. System and future-oriented thinking. So ESFJ traits support micro-level leadership, students and classrooms. Growing awareness for meso-level systems, school culture, and collaboration. Need to intentionally develop macro-level thinking, policy, long-term reform. And future orientation improves when paired with reflection and data analysis. And I put a little picture down below. Traits that may limit ethical leadership. So a strong focus on harmony, make conflict avoidance tempting. Preference for concrete details can limit big picture thinking, and risk of prioritizing immediate needs over long-term systematic change. So developing my ethical leadership capacity, I would practice engaging with multiple perspectives, even when uncomfortable, strengthen skills in system thinking and policy awareness, seek mentorship and feedback during complex decision making, and commit to reflective practices that balance empathy with long-term impact. I think when you can definitely seek mentorship from your peers. It definitely always helps because a lot of people have been in that same situation, and I'm big on asking for help, especially from other coworkers or just team members that have done it. I think just communicating and trying to find the best way to get something done. And these are my references that I listed below. And that is the end of my presentation today. Thank you, Professor. Hope you have a good day today.